Hello everybody, welcome back to some Oblivion Remastered. Still exploring the Westfield. I know it's been a while, but I've been sick. And just barely enough. Well, I was going to say energy, but energy wasn't really the issue. It was just like my throat would start to hurt after a while, so pretty much... No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the map. Because apparently there's an Oblivion gate up here that I'll need to deal with, but that's not where we're going because we've done all the Oblivion gates now. There's an alien well there if you're interested, and a wall if you want to get caught on it, but we're going to this Nisin cave. I'll deal with that probably after I finish this recording. I'll deal with that, but yeah, we're going to Nisin cave. I think it's just regular stormy or because the gate's there stormy, I'm not sure. But it'll be a short part, but hopefully I'll get a few done tonight. I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. My throat is fine. There's a will-o'-the-wisp here. And apparently that will-o'-the-wisp was what was holding or causing the storm because, you know, immediately died. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I changed the difficulties again at some point during our Priory of the Nine quest and whatnot, right? Because like I changed it so that I was doing more damage, but then I left them doing the damage they were doing, I think. So anyway, yeah, let me bring up the map to get sneaky with it. Apparently I don't have my dagger equipped. Did I actually enchant it? I don't remember. Reaper, so yes, Soul Trap. I remember now. Now with that, do I have any soul gems? Hide shortcuts, details. Okay, well I do have some empty ones. Lesser, some greater. So that's good. Unfortunately, I have no knowledge as to souls in these games. Oh, my sneaking. Stepping softly, hiding in the shadows. You do everything in your power to remain undetected. Become an expert at sneaking. You learned how to dissimulate your presence, making you harder to detect in bright environments. Is that really what it... You're harder to detect in bright. Okay. Ooh, the next one is pretty good. Your sneak attacks ignore your opponent's armor. I mean, that's pretty good. Map. Look at that, we are all the way up there already. Let's see. Go. Well, I guess we'll go to the right, or straight ahead, I guess, first. There was a chance for an enemy to be in there. Oh. Hello, hello. I don't want to waste an enchantment on you, but hey, that's nice that our destruction is up to 65. 5 more and we can do the mastery quest. Although there's a decent chance that the mastery quest will require us to, nope. There it is. To actually progress in the Mages Guild, but at some point we'll be going to, I think Skingrad is the city that's over here. And then we should be able to begin our Mage Guild recommendations for the college and our Fighters Guild, I think, for that, to get our... I don't remember how the Fighters Guild works, because I don't think that there's like a main hub for the Fighters Guild. Is there? Like the... College is the main hub. Nope, can't... No. You have captured a soul. Alright, let's see how we did. Let's see what kind of a soul these guys have. Grand, empty, common. Okay, well, I kind of have to... I don't know, because I don't actually remember what numbers I had here. So it was... It could have been anything, I'm not going to lie. It didn't go into the Grand Soul Gems. So I have no idea. Ooh, that's new. I don't recall seeing one of these things before. A Landrew. Some kind of weird crab monster. Let's see. Oh, we got a greater soul and a greater soul gem now. And I think that's what it was. Looks like there's another one over there. I do still have another greater soul gem, so. No, that's definitely facing us. Oh, it is nice that it didn't automatically detect us from that. Also, where are we on this map now? Really? Because is that not a chest? That might not be a chest. It's moving around down there, but doing it weirdly. Yeah, these are really weird looking crab things. Ha! Alright. Oh, well, this is they're a greater soul, because now there's one in my Grand Soul Gem. My stolen Grand Soul Gem. So yeah, that's exactly what they were. So now I wonder, right, if I... Because that has a greater soul in it. If I drop this and then pick it back up. Huh. Because see, in Skyrim, you could empty them that way. If you drop them, it emptied them, which I never liked. Because it was like... Because there was like enemies that you like wanted to... Well, that at least that I wanted to like... Oh, she turned and looked at me. Where it's like I wanted to capture their soul and then put that soul gem somewhere, be like, haha, I got you. And then it just wasn't possible. Common soul from those guys, apparently. But the one nice thing about being able to drop them, to empty them out, was that if you, for example, got a common soul in a Grand Soul Gem, you could always just drop it on the ground. It would empty, and then that would be that. But I don't know that there's... I'll look into it after this part and see, but I don't know if there's a way to empty them in this game then. Because I don't remember in original Oblivion if it worked like that. Like, you could drop them to empty them. I just know that that was a thing in Skyrim because there was a time when I wanted to, like, capture the boss's soul in soul gems and then, like, have a soul gem display of that. Of, like, all the different bosses and whatnot. Now, obviously, there was no way to like name the soul gems or really indicate what it was. And if I really wanted to, right, which I didn't think of, or I did think of and then just didn't do it because, you know, it's not the same. You could capture a boss soul in one of the, I'm going the right way, right? Yeah. In a soul gem, and then make sure that you use that soul gem to enchant something and just name it after the boss. That would be a way to like display the boss's soul. Now I imagine it won't be long before we start getting, you don't have an empty soul gem. I kind of wish that you could like cram a bunch of souls into a soul gem. Yeah, there's no soul gem. Now it says there's no soul gem large enough, but there's just no soul gem. Because that is it. That's all I got. I mean, as soon as it starts filling grand souls with common in that, because I imagine that part works the same as. Oh well, look at that. There's a soul gem. That probably works the same as in Skyrim, where if you have an empty soul gem or multiple empty soul gems, it'll put the soul in the smallest one that can hold it. Because that's was always a good thing that that Skyrim did when it came to that. It's otherwise, well, I mean, they kind of had to, right? Because otherwise you would just be stuck there. I don't even know how it would, like, I don't know. Like, that's realistically the only way that they could do it, right? I mean, I guess they could always make it so that it always goes into the biggest soul gem, but that would just be kind of shitty. All right, but that is unfortunately it for this part. I mean, that's the whole area. There's not a whole lot to it. I did fight some new enemies though, because like I said, I'm pretty sure I've never seen those Drew land, whatever they were called. I already forgot the name. But yeah, we didn't get a whole lot out of it as per usual, but we did get some stuff. And we did clear another location in the West Weald, which is always nice. So based on my map here, I need to go and do that Oblivion gate, and then we have a few locations before we'll have to do another one. I think. I mean, there is 1, 2, including the one we saw there, 3 out of 9-ish areas that we have just like clumped together here. But like I said, I'll deal with the Oblivion gate in between parts. And how's my inventory looking? Because we didn't really get a whole lot, so we're only at 125. But I'll look up to see if there's a way to empty them, because I imagine the Dremora will probably give bigger souls than, you know, common. I don't know whether or not they'll give me grand souls, but I can always hope. I imagine that those, the ones that don't wear the armor, and drop like the ebony weapons and that, I imagine they'll give me grand souls, but I'm not sure. But thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time for more.